What is up, folks? Welcome back to another live stream repair. Let's get some music going in the background there. I'm not going to blast anything. I'm not going to give anyone a QR code. I just want to put some music on in the background and jam through a couple of homepods here so that we can hopefully get some time to fix a couple other things for some. We got some other parts that showed up today. So we got to get through what we got to get through first, and then we can get through some of the extra more fun stuff. But anyways, let's get some stuff going here. Let's get some names up on the screen there. Let's see. So, up first we are going to have, let me put this over here. And we're going to start with a brick. Number 3521, Alan. Let's find Alan here and let him know that they're up first, and then we will put up the rest of the names on the screen here. No, we're not doing the Fritzbox first. We have to fix these HomePods first, and then if we can get through what we need to get through, we'll get to that Fritzbox here. And if we can get that Fritzbox, then we can maybe finish up Alex's iPod here. I keep forgetting about that poor guy's iPod. Let's see. So Alan with a brick. Let's get that turned on and get it showing us what's going on with it. Let's get the names on the screen for everyone else here too. So we're gonna have Scotty. Scotty's got Death Farts / DC Offset. And then we've got Brian. We've got 2 bricks today. Ooh. And then we've got David with no power. And then another Brian. This one with an I, no power. And then Josh with no power. So let's let Alan and Scotty know that they're coming up here. Here's Alan. Let me pull out the glorified text messaging machine. Let's see here. Alright, Alan messaged. Let's find Scotty. 3539. Oh, that's why I love Touch ID. You guys can't watch me type my passwords in. You'll have to get my fingerprint in sweet fine 4K to get my passwords. Alright, so there's our brick. It's definitely got the blinkies here. So this is our approach. We're going to attempt a software restore with our USB adapter. And if it's just a software issue, it'll take a software restore without a problem. If it's a hardware issue causing its issues, then it should give us an error telling us roughly what is going on and what we will need to fix. But let's get this going here. Let's see what it gives us. Let me grab the Mac back. Let me get the Mac back. What? I don't want weather. I want my terminal. Give me my terminal. Alright. And let me put myself on Do Not Disturb so people don't dox themselves. Alright, and we will plug our USB cable in. We will plug power in. Okay, and we will run the magic commands. Gaster pwn, Gaster reset, iDevice restore. I know I have that in my history. Here we go. If it's a hardware issue, usually this errors out pretty quickly. We will see. If it's just a software issue, we should eventually see a restore progress bar, and that should take about 5 to 15 minutes. And if we do get that far, then we'll go ahead and start the next repair instead of sitting here. But let's see. Let's catch up with the chat here. Let's see who's joined us. We've got Marvin. We got Shuffle Hands. Welcome back. Stefan, welcome. Let's see. Done sending. Have we gotten past the NAND yet? It looks like we have. Awesome. Yep, there we go. Clean NAND. Creating file system. Cool. Excellent. Awesome. This, unless we get any other weird errors towards the end, it looks like it's taking a software restore with no problem. Which means we can put this to the side and let that do its... This adapter's crap. Hold on. It disconnected as soon as I moved this. Let me go grab another one. Oh, I got a bunch of them. Alright, I'm gonna kick this off again. This time I'm gonna put it on the floor first and then start the commands. so that way I'm not interrupting it in the middle. Here we go. Onto the floor I go. Tone. Reset. Restore. It's going. It's restoring. It's working. That'll take some time. Let's move on to Scotty. I'm getting old, man. Alright. Scotty here. Yep, should power up, no problem. Let's get their name up next to Alan's name up the top there. Alright, and I messaged Scotty, right? 3539. I did. Okay, cool. So, Scotty's got some bad DC filters. That is a pretty severe popping. So, let's get this apart. Let's get it some new filters so that popping is under control. We will take a sniff around and see if anything got damaged as a result. Do a little bit of hardware maintenance as well. You know, the diode for no power, the subwoofer gasket. Since the old one's foam, we like the new rubber stuff. Here we go. Got a bunch of trolls in the chat today, jeez. You should sudo RMR if you're Mac on the stream. Bully. I mean, I could probably use a good clean reinstall on that thing. Well, that screw's gone. This is why you got plenty of spares floating around your desk, yeah? Oh, and a little bit of dust in here. I'm gonna mute myself so I don't blow your guys' eardrums out. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Where's our restore progress on Alan? Alan is at 50% already. Very nice. That thing's gonna finish restoring before I finish getting Scotty's pod here fixed. Is it a cell jammer or is it just brick walls? Actually, these days I would not be surprised if your school had a legitimate cell jammer. Just jam them back, bro. Just out jam the jammer. Scam the scammer. We're at 70% on Allen here. Looking good. I get asked a lot why I use the electric driver for all the other screws and then this for the amp screws. That is because that thing can be a little unwieldy, and the last thing I want to do is drag the screwdriver across the board and cause a bunch of damage and extra work for ourselves. It also tends to strip these screws out a lot easier because they're Torx, and I have to go at an angle with how thick this guy is to fit around a lot of this stuff here. So it's better to just go at it with this, not deal with all that extra hassle. Take an extra 30 seconds to do it manually. Alright, we are here. Let me give one more good sniff on the subwoofer. Looking and smelling good, I believe. Looking like nothing too bad here. Got a 46K dated Schottky diode there, so that's going to need to get replaced. I also see, I'm starting to see, depending on the angle, you can see those lines on the top of our 10 ohm resistor. There's one right there. And there's another line right there. That to me kind of says that this was getting a little hot, which I normally see when these filters go bad. So let's get the filters replaced first, and then we will knock out that extra stuff. Alright. Is this finished? Restore finished. It's alive. Let's flip that around. Let's wake it up here. And in just a minute, that should spring right to life. Oh, no, I did. I totally missed that message. I'm sorry, Marvin. Is $100 a decent deal for a hi-fi? Especially in Germany, I think so, yeah. I mean, I paid $100 for my first one a few years ago. And if it's in decent shape, I don't think $100 is a bad price to ask or pay for one. But if you're patient and if you like hunting them down, and you can find them for less. You know, you can usually, it's not usually, but sometimes find people selling them for 80, 60, 40 bucks even, giving them away sometimes. But listen, if you want me to fix the Fritz box, you can't distract me. Because we're 22 minutes into this already. We should be done by now. Oh, hey. Alan's HomePod seems to have sprung to life. Very nice. Let me double check their tape. I think they opted for the extra hardware maintenance too, so we'll crack that open after we get Scotty's pod put back together here and tidy the internals up. Alright. We got some new filters on there. Let's get that 10 ohm resistor out of here. Since that's not looking to be in the best shape. Very yellow. You might be able to polish it out, but you might not get great results either. Not too sure, but I mean, if that's the only one that you've seen and the only one you think you'll see in a while, then that might be the one. Bumped that cap, no big deal. 1206 sized components those are a total breeze to deal with, no big deal. Let's get a new 10 ohm resistor in the way. We'll fix all that up in one go here. Bada bing, bada boom. Last but certainly not least, let's get that Schottky diode out of here before it fails and causes no power. All right. Let's get that back together. If you want to use it as a portable device, keep in mind it uses those giant D-cell batteries. I've got a set of rechargeable ones. That I use for it. I imagine it wouldn't be too hard to wire in your own lithium-ion battery pack for a longer run time. Build in a little charger for it. Oh yeah, the Hi-Fi has a power supply with various voltages, enough that you can take apart an Airport Express V2 and remove the airport's internal power supply and wire the airport directly into the Hi-Fi's power supply, along with the auxiliary input. And there you go, you've got a Hi-Fi with AirPlay built into it. Oh, the stream will still be going in an hour. I promise that. See you again soon. Yeah, Stefan, that just means he deleted his message. There's he takes back what he said. Don't call him out. Don't call him out. Make him feel all awkward and stuff. Gosh. You just you see it now, Stefan, because you're a mod. You didn't see when people deleted their messages before. Only mods and I can.
having trouble connecting to the internet. I'm having trouble.
That is a heck of a lot better. I don't know if any of you were around to hear how loud that was popping before, but right off the bat, I can tell that that is fixed. Of course, you don't know for sure without letting it run overnight in case there's anything else we missed or didn't fix, but that is looking great. Let's get Alan all maintained hardware-wise, since they have taken a software restore successfully, and they said in their repair request form they picked for us to go ahead and do the extra hardware maintenance no matter what. So let's fix up the names on the screen here. After this, we're going to be looking at Brian with a Y. They've also got a software brick, or a brick. We don't know if it's a software or hardware issue yet. We will find out. Here we go. Talk a bit about more why we're taking this apart, even though it's working with just a software restore in just a minute here. Okay, so now that I'm past the sketchy, dangerous part that could slice my hand open, we're taking this apart. Even though you saw it here, it was blinking volume buttons, it was bricked for sure. And then we plugged it into our computer with our fancy 3D printable adapter. And it did succeed in a software restore over USB. So why are we still taking this apart? Well, that's because there are a number of common hardware issues that these things tend to suffer from. Be it no power caused by a bad batch of diodes floating around out there on the amplifier board, or also on the amp, you've got those 4 ceramic filters that are supposed to remove unwanted DC voltage from the audio amp. But be it because they're MLCC caps and they all naturally decay and age over time, or them being a low quality part, we see them failing often enough and causing death farts and bass issues. And look at all that dust too. Wow. So I give folks a couple of options with bricked HomePods like Alan's here. If it takes nothing more than a software restore to get it working again, then I'll be happy to do the hardware maintenance to prevent all the other common issues that we get these in for. No power, death farts like we were talking about, for the same price as any of those repairs would cost. Or you can pay the lesser amount and just get it back with just the software fixes. The downside to that is you don't get a warranty. You know, if it breaks again, you're gonna have to pay to ship it back and get whatever went wrong fixed again. But most people tend to go for it with the full hardware maintenance because, I mean, you're already spending the time and money to send it into us for a software fix, and I can only charge so little for it without it taking too much of our time costing us money at the same time, ultimately. Can't offer a warranty on something that we don't know what it looks like on the inside. Another part of that maintenance is this foam subwoofer gasket right here. It tends to fall apart over time. So we'll replace that when we're putting this back together with a solid rubber one. That'll give it a nice, longer lasting, better bass response. And that about covers anything we can reasonably prevent that would cause this HomePod to give them any issues for many more years. And that is worth giving a warranty for too. So, okay. Get a little closer. You guys can see what I'm doing in there. Did I eat? Ah, oh, no, I didn't. I forgot. Shoot. All right, here we go. What do we need? Do we need a new... Okay, so we don't need a new Schottky diode for no power issues. Those date codes don't fail. Our 10 ohm resistor's looking very nice. So we'll go ahead and get those filters replaced, get that gasket replaced, and get this back together and out of here. Move on to the next one. That was my fault. There we go.
Truth like that comes for everyone. Barely had the summer, it was coming, it was creeping on the come up, that was right up in your face. Face it, let it resonate up in your bone a minute when you ship a business liver big enough for it to have a space. Rich, life, stepping away, maybe you can make it out with just a little bit of grace, but it truly doesn't give a fuck about it. You're feeling it is here to make you understand that nothing is safe. Nothing is safe. Nothing nothing is. Death is coming for you, but you already knew that. Thought the click up brought you some safety up in this bag. But that didn't matter. Back up, strike a pose. Did you get up? That's what they like you suppose. They go rack up, stack up, but the fact of status.
All right. Let's get that back together. And it's on to the next one. Ooh, I do have a cherry pie over there. That would make for some good calories. I'll grab that in a minute. Fast forward to the end of this stream. I still haven't eaten it yet. 3 hours later. Oh, this is a great song.
Protect your body. They want to take your body. They want to hurt your body and put it in a coffin. Cause they don't think you matter. Oh no, they want to take your power. Oh no, and make you even lesser. Oh no, and add you to the number. Don't let them get loose. Just give them murder. You got to be cautious before they destroy ya. Don't let them get loose. Just give me a murder. You got to be cautious before they destroy ya. And you feel it everywhere. Oh, he did. Can you feel it everywhere? Oh, he did. Can you feel it everywhere? Oh, he did. Can you feel it everywhere? Oh, he did.
How fast can them bare feet run? The answer is barely, isn't it? But you can't stop for the pain. Pop another oxy, swallow and hit the bricks. Follow the plan, you know all the tricks. Fire escape to the roof. Stay low, stay low, stay low. When they screaming out murder, they looking for you. They always looking for you. Why the fuck they always looking for you? Surely somebody must live without stiffness. Ice in the spine, got you been running, so gotta keep running. So so-and-so told you about so-and-so's cousin, they got him, and there wasn't nothing left for her to identify. Disappeared in the blink of an eyeball. Bounce man, bounce man. Oh, he dead. Lost and found man. Oh, he dead. Used to be this girl around the way. Oh, she dead. Looked up to God and you pray. Oh, he dead. Oh, she dead. What they say? You got loose. Do not stop. Do not dwell on the past. Use a fool. You got legs. Best to use some. Don't let them get close. You got to be cautious. This ain't knife to a gunfight, but more twig to a tank. They say these bullets hollow. Holler if you feel the same. Say you need bullets silver. Holler if you got a chain. Then this breeze make you shiver. Holler if you feel pain. Yeah, the motor is probably insane. Must be about to rain again. Yeah, the older you get, the less game they ought to be breaking in. They like they need fresh, so just stay alive, young man. Feet to the road again. The echo of boots on the pavement is palpable off of the buildings they closing in. They hundreds of packing, they packing more firepower than you ever imagined. The pack of your back, brothers back and forth, no cycle faster, go faster. They masters are trapping, and you just a trapper who went for a masters and dropped out.
Stefan, every time I work on the capacitor cube, I lose 2 years off my life expectancy. That thing is toxic. That thing is dangerous.
And turn hope into stone. Your motto in boss. Stay alive at all costs.
Ooh, no power with a blown resistor next to the main amp chip. Ah, that is not a good sign, my friend. I imagine your main amp chip itself might be blown, and you might have some burned tracks on the board too. But in any case, you're just gonna have to start pulling stuff off, and you can post in my Discord server or email me with a picture of the components that are damaged, and we'll see if we can find out what they are and give you a chance of replacing them.
After I had moved into my apartment 2 weeks, I awoke with hands around my throat. This went on for 1 week. My radio played, but not plugged in. I heard someone run across my attic floor. I saw my tufted rug appear like someone was walking on it. I had foul odors in the apartment in the wintertime. I awoke one night to a cat meowing, and I had no cat, nor did the tenant below me. Knocks came from inside my attic door. One night, a bat or bird flew against my head. I am not sure which. It happened so fast. I saw chimpanzees appear in my bedroom. I heard my name being called. When I turned to look, I saw my brother. So who was really trying to kill me? Not my friend. Satan. Why? I didn't know.
Yeah, hopefully that amp chip isn't blown. I'll check later tonight where you can probe to confirm if your amp chip is shorted out dead or not. If the main amp chip is shorted out dead, then it will definitely prevent the HomePod from turning on. You can power on the HomePod with the base chip, the main amp chip, completely off the board, but a shorted out one will prevent it from turning on, most likely.
You ain't pick a genre, little bitch. That wasn't hardly smart. Script was shit. Your third act really structure falls apart. So here the fixer come, clipping limbs to serve them all apart. The horror show was so whack. You said you'd never go back, but you standing over the stove talking about you really know crack. Crack is what a skull do. So with someone getting brain, that means it's nice to know you. The spinal fluid to go to thick in a pot, to click out in the whip, whipping a snot out of something. It's until he shit blood. You thought they was digging a pot, you got your rap shit fucked up. That shit tucked up under the tongue. Water oil smell the soul when you run. I'm rolling up in the back of the G-Wagon. I'm always in G-Status. Come on, Lord, we'll be deep like this. We way too bright, we don't see like this. They come from the street, we're politically actors. I really be the protectors. The noise will be clapping shit, I push the pack. No, this is really trapping. Cocaine, 7 with 6, and you need matches. This how these bitches be doing their lashes.
Oh, Stefan. Oh, Stefan. 2 years may not seem like much, but we'll bookmark this and have the same conversation in another 16 years. Oh man, that's wild to think. I'm literally like twice as old as you are. Oh, that's crazy. And you're sitting here reballing iPhone CPUs. I'm sweating over that kind of stuff, man. Alright. Alan, all fixed up, software restored, hardware maintained. It is time to move on to Brian here. Brian's got a brick. Let's go ahead and turn the music down so you guys can hear me. Alright. Brian here with a brick. Let's see what it's got for us while we're getting their name up on the screen. After that, we've got David, so let's let them know they're up next. Number 3541. Oh, looks like we were texting everyone today. Alright. Alright. David has been messaged. Brian's pod here. Has it done anything interesting while my back's been turned? Oh, there we go.
Turn the lights off, they done shut the club down. Shut the club down, shut the club down. Turn the lights off, they done shut the club down. Shut the club down.
Oh dang, whatever you guys were saying, I message retracted? Dang, I missed out on something. Alright, so we've got the blinkies on Brian's HomePod. We're going to attempt the same thing that we did on Alan's HomePod. It looks like someone's been in here. Doesn't seem like they got quite all the way in though. That felt like that was the foam was definitely torn around the perimeter, but the adhesive felt a little too strong. So I wonder if they tried and then they stopped. I'm sure it's in my repair notes or our previous correspondence, but I can't remember at the moment. Not that any of it matters. Let's go ahead and attempt the restore for ourselves. And they did opt for, let's see, so it looks like they want to see if it's just a software issue or not first before going any further, so let's find out. Got it plugged in to our computer with our USB adapter. Let me get my terminal. There we go. Get this hocus pocus. And here we go. We're going to pwn it. We're going to reset it. And then we're going to attempt the iDevice restore. Even with our custom IPSW, we can't just use Finder or iTunes to restore these. We have to use special software. It's not too special. It's open source stuff. You can all get this and do it yourselves, but it's not quite as easy as pointing and clicking a mouse yet. Oh yeah, I'm sure I have a general idea of what the deleted messages said, but it looks like, yep, we're past cleaning the NAND. It's creating the file system. Very nice. Okay, so for Brian with a Y here, their options are they can get this back for the cheaper repair price, no warranty, or for the I can't remember if they. Let me see here really quick. What number are they? 3530. So 3530 said they, let's see, they're using our shipping. So it would be a $70 repair if they wanted the warranty and us to crack it open and replace everything that would give it a reason to come back to us anytime soon. There we go. Okay, we've got a restore progress. I'm going to set this down to the side and we're going to do some multitasking here and get to fixing the next HomePod here. We've got David with no power. I'm going to go grab that cherry pot because I need a calorie. Alright, after David and Brian here, we've got another Brian. That's not going to get confusing. Let's message them and let them know they're up next. Here they are. Number 3516. Ah, yes, of course. I texted them. Yeah, my laptop and everything is kind of being used right now. Let's go ahead and dive into David's here with no power. After another bite of this delicious cherry pie. Oh, looks like Brian messaged us back too already. They want us to go for the whole maintenance as well. We'll go ahead and do that after we get David's all sorted out here. Oh, jeez. Zoom, Christian, welcome, folks. Oh, that one was real stuck on there. Alright, one more bite of this fine pie. Wow, this one is really stuck down. Okay. Another bite of pie. Ooh, dusty. Another bite. I think I can finish it. Some of the best pre-packaged pies you could ever get your hands on, I swear. I had a Hostess one the other day. Awful. 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 Never again. Yeah, you know I'm a real American. I love my frickin' Fran's cherry pies. Where is our restore progress on Brian's pod here? Let's see. Looks like it's almost done. Should be able to reboot it in just a second here. A lot, not just a lot of cheaper smart devices, a lot of IoT devices, even nicer ones. A lot of stuff just straight up uses 2.4 because it doesn't need the bandwidth of the 5 gigahertz signal as much as it needs the penetration ability and the range of the 2.4 gigahertz bands. And it's so much cheaper too to build in 2.4 gigahertz than it is for 5 gigahertz. Restore finished. Here we go, Brian. Brian with a Y, that is. Is it alive? Or is it messing with us? Yeah. Beautiful. Worthy of hardware maintenance, that's what I think. We'll go ahead and crack that open after David's pod before Brian with an I. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Let's get the filters done here first. These love to go bad and cause death farts and all sorts of bass issues, be it low quality or naturally due to age. We've seen them failing enough to warrant replacing them preemptively here. Alright, filters replaced. There's our 46K dated diode, certainly dead and causing our issues here. Let's get that replaced. Should do it. Let's cool that off. Get this put back together. Oh yeah, you can get diodes, capacitors anywhere, but you usually want to stick to reputable sources like DigiKey and Mouser. I'm familiar with in America and a few other places around the world. They have warehouses. DigiKey and Mouser are good, trustworthy sources. Places like Amazon and AliExpress tend to sell less legitimate stuff, lower quality stuff. But I mean, if it's your only option, then hey, there you go. It's an option, but it's not something I would use for customer devices. Hey, I may not clean the flux off of our boards, but I do have some standards here. I do actually, speaking of cleaning the flux, I have a few different wipes on order, so we can start cleaning the flux up. It's totally not necessary, it's no clean stuff. It's not going to cause any issues leaving it around, but I do want to take it to that next level, and that's an easy little step to take, is just give the boards clean all the flux up off the board before we put them back together. Sure, no one's ever going to see it, but we've optimized our process so much, we've gotten repairs down so fast, we might as well. We can put a minute or two back into them. But I've got a bunch of wipes, I've got a few gallons of isopropyl alcohol on the way, because I just keep burning through the stuff. Between me and my repairs and cleaning all these devices and taking them apart with it, and then my wife does her nails and all the time, and she burns gallons. Nice and sealed. I always like to check before I put all the way together and have to tear it apart again.
What was left of was all bones, body parts are piled in a mess. How we could be ignored. All of the scratches could be nailed. Not an option, should have looked at the floor. Thought the brother was doing still where it went up, and now he's sitting out in the ass, rolling through the moonlight. Really wasn't from the corner of her mouth. He wouldn't do right. For the moment when he had said that he wouldn't need her out. India singing on a blue night. Temporarily satisfied, but she knew that wouldn't last. India steps into the room. Thirsty for a drink and to find someone to help out with fast. Set the photos, he decided that he had just turned to great shit. Celebrating the end of a horrible week. He never had to see that woman Kimberly ever again. He faced shit. He had completed the task that was simple enough. She knew her man was cheating like they always do. She only needed proof. So he got to telling the brown Chevrolet and they'll say this was Steve. He knew what he was doing so good that he almost got away with all of his bullshit. But Randy wouldn't give in. He did every dollar that this little child made the calling with more regularity. He would rather keep his kneecaps still a broken thing with his all same shit. Nothing had changed. He was the definition of winner. But anyway, job well done. He's on into the crew right up. Stop when he jump and he spies a seat at the bar. And his tap feels a gentle hand on his back and he turns to meet the eyes of a woman who tells him her name is India. Cross-legged at the bar now, holding up a drink. Wink, lips. India whispers and his heart now takes another beat. Skips. India tongue along his ear now. Maybe he should wait. The tap. India knows just where to go now, and they lead a him. Tap. He say, is this the type of thing where he pay? And if so, he gon' need a brain check. She say, you can have this one for free bag. She licked her lips and started biting on his neck. He say, what's crazy about this? Between the bites and the kisses, is he ain't hitting the taxis. It's back when he lost his sister. But Cynthia isn't listening to him. She on a mission. The moon's full and she hurting that he might be the prescription. And now she's pulling up her dress and he grabbing on her breast. Then she start to see the driving in his lane and she get ready for the match. Just in the cabin, pull the taxi over quick. I popped over flash drinks with red and that was it. India is broken on the blood now. The cabin walks off into the night unseen. Except for the open window, I've never seen it. India looks straight into a room now. Don't you know what's everything that happens down below with this stream at? India is howling at the moon now. Tomorrow Trina's gonna wake up wondering if it's really on the train.
It's alive!
I'm having trouble connecting to the internet.
Very good, very nice. Oh, yes. Alright, cool, beautiful. Let's put that to the side. And Brian here has asked for the hardware maintenance, so we'll do that really quick, and then we'll move on to Brian. Yes, you heard that correctly. Oh yeah, hey, we just restored this. Why am I plugging it in? Here we go. So we're gonna get this apart all the way. We're gonna give it some new filters so it's not farting and restarting, roasting the bass speaker, blowing up the amplifier. All over 4 tiny little ceramic capacitors. We'll see if it needs a new Schottky diode to prevent the common no power issue too. And then we'll replace that foam subwoofer gasket with a solid rubber one on the way back together, and that should be one happy HomePod. Oh, I know why this is so sticky. It's been on this whole time, so it got warm. Ugh. Still not as difficult as the white HomePods for some reason. I don't know why the white models are somehow like their stickiness is just 10 times more aggressive. Ooh, that's dusty. Here we go, wolf box time. Cover your ears, folks. Ooh! I'm not ignoring you guys, I'm reading the chat, I just don't have much to contribute at the moment. Also, I'd like to get through this repair queue so we can have some fun. No, I would not be a good Twitch streamer, that's why I don't stream on Twitch. Well, this one is a brick, Dan, so also welcome. welcome back. This one was a software brick, so it took a restore. At the moment, it does not have a voice configured. Well, it's the default American voice, what have you. US female one.
Say what you said on Twitter right now.
Ooh, that's stuck in there. Okay. Alright, what's this one gonna want here? New filters are obligatory, mandatory, required. What else do we have on here? We've got a 42K dated diode. Those don't cause issues. Okay. So this one on the amp, it looks like it just will need new filters here. So let's get those done. Oh, if you dunked it in a saltwater bath, see, it's like you get upset at me for ignoring the chat, and then you ask questions like that. What do you want me to do? What do you want from me? I know the answer. You want a coloring stream. I already know the answer. Well, we gotta wrap up Mike's HomePod soon. That's gotta get done in the next day or so here. And I got his barrel connectors, so we really gotta wrap those up. And I want to do a few more red minis, so I can sell a couple. And make my money back on all the dye I wasted. Oh, hey, speaking of which, where's Mike? Oh, he's probably sleeping. Oh. All right. Nothing else of concern or stinkiness to be smelled in there. Let's get this back together. Excuse me.
Niggas pretend to be perfect, they can't master the rain. Working on the trailer, they breaking You know what? I just wanna.
Are the woofers interchangeable? No. Different number of screws. Wait. Let me double check that. Yeah. Way too many more screws on the second gen. Physically the same size otherwise, but if you could devise a way to mount them. And you have to swap the subwoofer connector itself too. They're the same otherwise. But not interchangeable. I wouldn't say that. No, not at all. They made it just different enough to make it impractical. But not any better in any way. Matter of fact, not a single part between the first gen and the second gen HomePod can be interchanged. Not a single part, except for that gasket that you see us squeeze in right before we put the subwoofer in. This is the gasket for the main ribbon cable. That's the only part, strangely enough, that's reused, but nothing else. Not a single screw or string or... I'm sure there's plenty of capacitors and resistors, but who cares about that? Fundamentally different speakers, the first and second gen are. From any perspective you can think about it other than their product category and their size. Heck, even the second gen's even smaller than the first gen. Did you know that? They're not the exact same size. The second gen is technically a tiny bit smaller. Just a teeny tiny bit. Oh, and I hate when people send their second gen, or their first, when people ship the first gen HomePods inside of the second gen boxes, because those boxes are just barely too small. So it ends up just crushing the HomePod, giving it no cushion whatsoever, causing issues and more damage. Usually it's okay, but the common denominator when I see these show up with physical damage inside has been, if it wasn't obviously damaged before they sent it to us, it was damaged on the way to us because they used an original box to ship it in without much else. Even the original box with plenty of padding around it, it's not great because it's not soft on the inside. It provides nothing. Do we know where Apple sourced the woofer from? I do not know. Tech Insights might know. Tech Insights are the folks that publish the cost analysis of the components that make up the HomePod. both the first and second gen, but they only made the first gen article for free. They put the second gen article behind a paywall, so I have no idea what I have no idea in detail what they did to the second gen in their article. The tweeters are technically nicer. From what I can tell, they are nicer. The second gen, that is. There are fewer tweeters in the second gen, but they do seem nicer. They use nicer magnets. They use neodymium magnets instead of just plain old boring rare earth magnets in the first gen's tweeters. They are technically better, and they are directly firing down at the surface it's sitting on. Unlike the first gen, where with the first gen, it's not firing directly out of the bottom here. If you look in there, you can't see the speaker looking directly through there. It's like curving around before it comes out, so it's not as direct of a path. That's why people say that the second gen sounds a little cleaner and more detailed and direct, because it literally is. The tweeters are nicer, and they are directly, they're taking a more direct path to your ears, less reflections to get to your ears, versus the first gen. But the first gen has more power, just raw power behind it, so I like the first gens way more. I don't have any second gens running around my house anymore. They're all for parts at this point. Here we go. We've got the next Brian. Brian with an I. Brian with an I with no power. After that, we've got Josh. And then we'll see what else we can come up with today. Alright. No lights, no power, a couple of watts from the wall. Let me go see what snack I can get my hands on. Here we go. What information did I give you, Stefan, that was misinforming? Because I don't even think I gave you an answer. I don't even think you asked a question. Oh, what would happen? Yeah. Don't you have a GFCI in there? So just pop. And, you know, you'd have to reset your breaker or your GFCI outlet, but... Oh, I see. I see. They definitely at least have the price that the woofer costs, Apple. And I thought there was the manufacturer next to it. It's at the bottom of the page. At the bottom of the free page that they give you at least. Here we go. Let's get some new filters and then we'll get a new diode on there. Alright, fart filters are replaced. This shouldn't death fart on them anytime soon. Let's get that power diode replaced. Or actually, it's a protection diode. Doesn't really power anything, it protects. In this case, it's done nothing good, it's just been the source of a problem. Due to just a quality control issue at the diode's manufacturer. We'll get that replaced with a new one that won't fail again. I think watermelon would last longer as a smell than the pineapple would, Stefan. I don't know about the whole iFixit cutting of the HomePod open thing. Were the FCC filings available by the time that iFixit got their hands on the HomePod to tear apart? Because that's a possibility. Though no, there's no chance. The FCC filings would have had to have been done and most likely published by the time it would have been shipped to the likes of like iFixit. Oh, see you later, Christian. Thanks for dropping by. Are all the screws T5 or T6? Every single screw in the first gen HomePod is a T6, with the exception of the 3 screws under the rubber base here that hold the bottom of the mesh to the HomePod. Those are T5. Everything else is a T6. Much different in the second gen. It's a whole slew of sizes. You got T5, you got T6, I think you might even have like a T7 or T8 on the bottom there. Or that might have been the mini. And then you got like a T2 or T3. Really tiny guy on the power supply. Oh, when do you usually swap the subwoofer gasket? David, welcome, welcome. And glad you asked. That is right here. I tend to not talk about it because it doesn't take very long and it's not a big deal, but there it is. I ripped the old foam one apart as we're taking these things apart, and I slide the new rubber one in there real quick as we're putting it back together. There we go. Not too noticeable on camera, but if you pause the video and you look at the actual like texture and size and how the old foam one behaves when I rip it off and how the new rubber one behaves when I go to pop it on there. Let's see, do I have a foam one sitting around here? Yeah, here we go. Yeah, these not so fun. But these guys, you can do whatever you want to these and they're gonna last a lot longer. Give you a better bass response. It's not gonna be a night and day difference. But it will bring it more up to the likes of the second gen. That's the biggest reason, in my opinion, that the second gen has a different sound to the bass. It's not a different subwoofer because they are the same subwoofer at the core, just with a different number of screws holding it down. The biggest difference between the first and second gen's bass response is going to be the gasket, the subwoofer gasket, because the first gen uses that foam stuff and it's not totally sealed. It lets a little bit of air through, a controlled amount, so that it's not chuffing and you don't hear it, the air passing through, but it's enough to say that this isn't a totally sealed speaker. More so of a filtered enclosure, I guess you could call it, kind of like a halfway in between sealed and not sealed. But nothing's getting inside or outside of it other than air, and just a little bit of it. The second gen uses a foam subwoofer gasket, but it's wrapped in rubber, so it's effectively getting a total seal. It's, none of it's not a hermetical. Actually, that's as close as you're gonna get, at least once you're using rubber gaskets and tightening it down with screws. But the foam, no. And obviously Apple thought that a rubber gasket was better when they went to it with the second gen, so. The iFixit guide was published on the same day as one of the FCC filings are dated. So it's entirely possible, in fact, that most likely they got their hands on that HomePod and tore it down a week or two or a few weeks before they published the video for it. I don't know how long it took them to tear it down and record and what have you before publishing it, but the published date of the iFixit teardown does not equal the date that they tried to tear it apart or the day that they had access to the information that they had. And the same goes for the FCC filings. Just because it says it was published on a certain day doesn't mean it was actually available to us all on that day. It might have taken, it might have been technically in the system logged as published a certain day, but might have taken a day or two or a week or a month or longer to actually show up. So, given that the dates are so close together, I think it's entirely possible, either way, that iFixit tried already looking before they tore it down and didn't come across it because it wasn't there, it wasn't published yet. Or they didn't bother looking. But yeah, obviously the simplest explanation isn't all of that. The publishing dates and timing wasn't right. Most likely they just didn't look it up first. Or they might have looked up, they didn't probably look up the FCC filings in particular. There we go.
I'm having trouble connecting to you.
All right. The last repair for today. We've got Josh, also no power. No lights, no nothing here. Couple of watts from the wall over there. Here we go. Most likely, another dead diode. Oh, and yeah, no problem, David. And no rush on sending that other one in for maintenance. Heck, wait until... I always tell everyone, don't bother spending time and money on a HomePod that's not giving you any issues, but on the flip side, I'm happy to take them and make them last and sound great. Give you a little peace of mind. Oh man, I'm beat. I also don't want this to jump out and cut my hand open again. My wife is on her way home. She actually said she was on her way home 15 minutes ago. And, well, gosh, I thought we were gonna have a lot more time, but she is heading home early because the kid is not behaving apparently. So, things went from what are we gonna do after this HomePod to I hope we have enough time to finish this one. I don't have to prove anything to you, Stefan. You can call me a liar all you want. I'm gonna sleep at night all the same. No, I don't hate you, Stefan. There are plenty of people in the world to hate. You're not one of them. Now, if I hated you, I'd strip you of mod and I'd put you in timeout for eternity. And then I'd take away TTS Tuesday from you. And then I'd ship you a broken, torn up space gray mesh. I wonder where my wife is at. Hold on. I want to know how much time we've got left here. If I need to rush through this or not, basically. Oh shit. Yeah, she's getting close. She's like 5 minutes out. I'm going as fast as I can. Will I beat my wife before she gets home? Sorry, I should have probably said that second part a little sooner. Let's get these filters replaced first, so this doesn't come back to us for death farts or bass issues. No, do not clip. Listen. I know I can be quite clippable. Borderline clip farming, I guess. I guess the kids could say these days. But do not take that out of context. If it's funny to you, it can be funny to you. But I don't condone such a thing. Okay. Filters replaced. I don't see what the chat's moving too fast for me to like actually kind of read and keep up. Give me a minute, I'll catch up. That better not be a link to what I think it is, Stefan. Darn kids. Oh, I did not. Hold on, let me fix the name on the screen here. This is not Brian's, this is clearly Josh's. I hope you've been following along with that, Josh. I apologize. Rest assured, this is your pod. The one I just repaired died after a move-in. Preventative maintenance to avoid the amount of walls. Yeah. It's wild not just to see so many come in, but that were You know, these things were made in 2017, sold in 2018, and we're in 2025 now, and people are still this much into them. It's crazy. I mean, when you guys get tired of them, you know who to send them to. Wife just pulled in the driveway. I'll be right back. I gotta help her bring stuff in. Alright. We are back. Our stuff should be plenty cool by now. We got new filters on there to prevent death farts. We got a new diode on there to actually fix it and get it turning on again. Let's get this back together and we'll get out of here. That kid's not being good. So, she's definitely gonna need another hand. Nick's arm jump scare, yeah. Hold on. The chat's scrolling past where I haven't even caught up yet. So now that the wife's home, she said I can take our time getting this back together. Let's catch up here. Cancer cube next. No, we're not doing the capacitor cube next. Unfortunately, we'll get this together and we'll get out of here. You saw a second gen nano at the thrift store, if it's still there. Yes, $6, dude. Oh, I would have got that on the spot. Pretty much any Apple device under $10 at a thrift store that I find, I'm snatching it. Just say I hate you. Oh yeah, no, I went off on not hating you. No, yeah, exactly. Shuffle hands, exactly. Yeah, you're right. Name some people. Oh. Well, one of them. Easy. Easy pick. I mean, I'm sure anybody with their head straight can agree with me on this. Would be people that drive while distracted or under the influence of anything. I mean, having personally dang near gotten killed in an accident a year ago from some kid looking at their phone instead of looking at the red light they were blowing through at 40 miles an hour. And then just a few days ago, right in front of my house, we had someone else get rear-ended because the person behind them wasn't paying attention to them stopping. And then about a week ago, I saw on my cameras, on one of my traffic cameras, someone else taking a turn and getting hit at the same intersection that I got in an accident at. I keep saying accident. They're not accidents. These aren't accidents. An accident implies that someone didn't mean to do it. They didn't, that they they didn't have control. But when you choose to, it's just so easy not to. Easier for me to say it because, I mean, I could care less if I leave my phone at home and go out and do something like it. My phone's not a big deal to me. I'm not attached to it. I don't need to see what's going on at any moment. And if someone texts or calls me, I could care less. I'll get back to them when I can. Doesn't matter if I'm driving or not, but I got burned out years ago on trying to keep up on all of my notifications that it just got to the point where, oh man, and this was long before HomePods too. This was purely just work. Like my day job got so busy that I just kind of gave up and said, you know what? Anybody that needs me can wait until I can sit and give a proper reply. And the more urgent people try to get a response back from me, the less quality of an answer they're gonna get back. But yeah, that's an easy one. iPod next? Yeah, we'll do the iPod soon. Oh, I'm going backwards in the chat now. Hold on. Tear down and put it back together? Speedrun? No. Actually, yes. But not for this one. I've been needing to do like a proper timed can you do it faster than I can challenge. I want to make it fair so that you can't have any kind of advantage with more or less money. The advantage is purely patience and skill. But I'll have a competition where we'll see if someone can fix a HomePod faster than I can, and I'll get you something, and as a reward, be it maybe just a free HomePod, or of course the entry fee for such a contest, for such a competition, is pretty high. You have to have a HomePod to take apart, of course, but alright, what else in the chat here? Yeah, Stefan clipped me. No, I'm not a wife beater. No one's getting punched. I don't believe in spanking my kid either. Negative reinforcement with physical punishment. There's way too much evidence that shows that that's not an effective way to correct your child. Yeah, the kid drives me insane no less than me and my sisters drove my parents insane when we were kids. But beating their butts is not gonna make a difference. The auto captions. Yeah, I love seeing what YouTube turns up with those. I guess the AI auto-generated dubs are going to be coming soon to everyone's channel. It'll be really interesting to hear what I sound like in other languages. You know, it would be a really interesting way to try to learn another language too. Try to use that in some weird way. Join us. Join us. Join us. Yes, it's alive. Josh's HomePod is alive and fixed. Folks, we have cleared the queue for today. I hope you all enjoyed this live stream repair. I've got to get to the wife and kid, and gosh, I haven't eaten anything today other than that pie. I'm getting pretty hungry, so gotta sort that out too. Folks, I hope you all enjoyed this live stream repair, and I hope to catch you in the next one. Goodbye.